Da, 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 da. Another. What the hell? Another glorious day on the Ark. Today, I am going to be making space for the industrial forge. So, yesterday we crafted the industrial grinder. We have almost all of the industrial items now, or structures. Soon we'll be able to have the industrial cooker, which is unlocked at level 89, and that is going to be all kinds of important for future use. But today it's all about making the industrial forge. Um, this thing just cooks metal way faster than the stone forges. So these four little stone forges we have placed, we'll be able to get rid of these and place down our industrial forge. So I'm gonna see real quick what the requirements are for that. I think it's crafting. Okay, 2500 metal. Okay, so I have everything here that I need except for the polymer. So I'm going to see if I can grind up some items here um, in my storage boxes to get that polymer. I'll probably hang on to that right here for now. I don't know if you get polymer from these shields. I have no idea. I've already got some stuff in here. I don't know what I'm gonna get from grinding that stuff, but we'll see. I'm gonna look for some things to grind up, and I'll come right back. Okay, so I didn't have very much to grind up. I grinded up a lot of things yesterday, which now I wish I would have waited to do that till today because we got a crap ton of polymer yesterday from grinding things. But now we're just left with a bunch of nothing. We got 6 organic polymer. Alright, so I'm gonna have to craft some polymer now. Just to be able to get this industrial forge. Let's see what we need. Again, 400. So we gotta craft 400 polymer. Okay. I gotta put some obsidian in here. Okay, so in order to craft 400 polymer, we're gonna need 800 obsidian and 800 cementing paste. So I just placed all that in there. And I'm gonna go ahead and craft. Well, I'm not gonna need to craft the entire 400 because I do have, look at that, 12 polymer here. I know it ain't much, but you know, it's something. Actually, as well as I didn't want to grind these up because it's actually better when you like break the metal structures with your hand. You get more materials that way, but I don't have an elevator track for these elevator platforms. So as of right now, I'm not able to like place them down so I can break them and get materials from them. So I'm just gonna put them in the grinder and see how much I can get from that. I wasn't gonna grind these up at first because I was, like I said, waiting for an elevator track, but we'll just see what we get. Oh wow, how much is that? 800, 200, 220, 240. Okay, we have over 240 polymer here, so that's gonna help. This industrial grinder has already paid for itself, bro. Like, it's made us so much material. So now we're not gonna need that much more. Okay, let's see what we need now. We're at 286, so we need about 114. Let's see. Just turn on the fabricator, and we're just gonna go ahead and craft 100. 5, 10, 15. Okay, so we're crafting 115, and I'll come back when that's done. Okay, so real quick, I just decided that I wanted to get these dung beetles off the floor, and the way I'm gonna do that is just by I made them like a little cubicle space up here. Oh, oops. We pick up the dung beetle. What the heck? Okay, there we go. Picked up the dung beetle. I can't go up a ladder while holding a dung beetle. Okay, see if I can throw them. That didn't work. Let's see if we can throw them in there. Okay, we're gonna have to use a cryopod. Anyway, I put a little ladder here, and another. Oh, I can't get up because of the door. Oh, that's stupid. Okay, let's adjust this. Okay, so I made them like just like a cubicle. I put a little greenhouse square here and some walls, and they're just gonna be up here. So they're like out of the way down there. I'm gonna do the same with the Phiomia, probably like over there. Yeah, let me get some cryopods. Okay, so I got them both up here, and adjusted their settings to go back to how they were. So they're gonna be up here, just off the floor and out of the way. I'm gonna go ahead. First of all, let's get rid of this fertilizer. Oh, I can't drop it apparently. I'm gonna go ahead and throw out what they had in their inventory so that they can pick it back up. And I'm gonna make another little spot over across from them, like for the Phiomia, just because I want them off the floor so that I can place more things in here eventually, like more crop plots, you know, like an industrial cooker when we get it, um, just things. Okay, our um, polymer is finished being crafted, so we should have enough now to make the industrial forge. Look at that, we got one piece remaining. One piece. Okay. Finally, we can turn off that very noisy device. And I'm going to show you the size of the industrial forge. It's very large, so we're definitely going to have to make a space for it. Because look at this thing. It is massive. Yeah, it's just like a really huge structure. There's nowhere I can place it in here. Obviously, we have nowhere near enough room. It would basically be taking like the entire space. It's probably about the size of this room. So I'm gonna have to extend the base even more than I have. I'm gonna have to expand it some more. I'm probably gonna pick up this grinder. I gotta get these items out of here. Oh, okay. So I'm gonna pick up this grinder. I think I'm gonna just like push all of this out like a bunch and create a huge space back here for the industrial forge, and then place the grinder back down, of course. Okay, so what a great angle. I've been trying for a few minutes to get this Phiomia up here without it like hanging all off. Okay, that might be alright. Oh. His face is like sticking through the wall there a little bit, which is kind of bothering me. But I'm trying to just get it up here in a way. Oh, frick. Okay, it might be staying like that because I'm so done. Anyway, point is, the creatures are all off the floor Got the beetles off the floor, got the Phiomia off the floor, and now I have all this space where they were standing to put more things, which I'm eventually going to do. Okay, so I've tidied up the base a little bit now. Just wanted to show what it looks like. We still haven't started the expansion yet. I'm gonna get right on that in just a moment, but now that we have the creatures off the floor in the greenhouse area just looks a lot more clean. They're just up there out of the way. And right here where we used to have the bunk bed in the middle of the floor, I've picked it up and I've placed it up here next to the industrial preserving bin. I had a storage box right there full of structures, but I'm going to grind up some of this stuff so that we can get rid of some of it and then place the rest of it in those other storage boxes. I'm going to get rid of some stuff in those too so that I can make room. Yeah, I just wanted everything off the floor so it could look a lot more nice and neat and tidy in here. So that was the goal. And I just realized it is nighttime on the Ark. I'm just gonna throw everything in here. We'll come back to that later. I gotta go loot some supply drops. Oh, don't mind me. I'm just gonna grab the supply drop. It is a madhouse over here. Oh, a glorious red drop. I hope I can make it in time. I think it's been a few days since I've seen one of these. Oh my god, it has a ring too. That's even better. Let's see what we get. Oh. Oh wow, a Tyrannus saddle? That's nice. Another mine wife? That's very nice. Look at this fabricated sniper rifle though. Jeez Louise. And another shotgun. Some polymer. Oh man. Oh man, they're treating me so well with this. What? And there's a gold. We might have a new favorite weapon now. I don't know if I have ammo for this fabricated sniper rifle, but I can make it. Oh man. A gold drop with stone structures. That should be illegal. Fucking bitch. Thought I was gonna be an easy target. Dude. A Mastercraft 2 soul saddle. That is major. Okay, there's an explorer note here that I didn't even realize was here. I've never gotten this one before, and that's why you hear the character talking about it. It is right here on the dead island. Location, latitude 9, longitude 86.6.
It even combines the narcotic.
Oh my, an ascendant Dodickery saddle. Sweet. And we're back. Oh, I'm just throwing everything in there for now. I'm gonna sort through this stuff later. Once I get my grinder and industrial forge placed down. Okay, so now that we have this ascendant Dodickerus saddle, I am going to go ahead and place that on our Dodickerus here. Boop. So if you're unfamiliar with what the Doedicurus does, it's basically just like the the Ankylosaurus with the metal. So the Anky is good at carrying metal and it reduces the weight of metal. The Doedicurus does that with stone. So this thing reduces the weight of stone significantly and it can gather a bunch. Um, Here in my inventory that weighs 50 pounds. In the Doedicurus' inventory, a stack weighs 12.5. So it reduces the weight greatly. Um, doesn't have much weight in its inventory, but I was using it last night with the RG to go ahead and gather stone. I was planning on expanding my base last night, I just never did it, and then this morning, crafting the industrial forge gives me all the more reason to go ahead and get that expansion underway. So yeah, we're doing that. But I'm gonna show you how this works. It needs to be facing whatever it's hitting. It's kind of, this thing isn't like the Anky where the Anky can kind of just hit anything that's around it. The Doedicurus kind of has to be facing whatever it's attacking. It's a very precise, like that. Anyway, you see it just got 62 stone from that there. And something else the Doedicurus can do. Well, I can't show it right now because it's overweight. I'll show the ability another time, but it has another ability. Oh, it's not overweight, it's just, it was my weight that was weighing down. Let's drop some of this real quick. The Doedicurus is cool because it can do this. Wow. It can roll around like a little ball. It's pretty cool. That ability you just do by pressing L2. You press L2 and it just goes and rolls around. Oops. Yeah, so we're gonna continue collecting stone and get this expansion going. So I'm just here collecting some stone and I noticed that things were dying over here. We have a level 10 Alpha Raptor. This is a great opportunity for some XP. So I'm gonna go ahead and take care of that. We've got quite a bit of stone already now, so it's fine. I might just stop our stone gathering there. This is what we got. And I'm just gonna go ahead and deal with that alpha. Stupid little bugs. These things are so annoying. Anyway, this is what we just got from killing the Alpha Raptor. There's more. This pickaxe is much better than the one we're currently using, I think. 183. Actually, it's not. This is 182. Okay. Durability 142. It has better durability, but that's about it. Alright, nothing too exciting. I still didn't get enough XP to level up from that alpha. It was only level 10, so can't expect much. Okay, now I do already have a lot of building pieces in my storage boxes just from all the supply drops I've looted. So I'm gonna make use of these things, as well as just crafting my own stuff as I go. Cool. And so we're gonna make use of whatever we have in here, and then we're just gonna build from there. Okay, so here's what I've done so far as expanding. I just placed down a bunch of foundations around right here. I placed out like 2 more going outward on the sides of this little room where where the industrial grinder was. So I'm kind of debating now on keeping this little area or not. Like I was gonna remove all the walls here and just make this one big space. But I'm kind of thinking about keeping it because I'm like, you know what? I've got my grill here. This could be like the food storage room, you know? This could be like I'll have my grill here, I'll cook things, and like I can have refrigerators just like you know, just placed around, like a refrigerator there, refrigerators, like two refrigerators here, two refrigerators there. Maybe another grill on this side. We can have two grills, and like some refrigerators lined up top here, like how we have the storage boxes in this room. So we can have refrigerators above the grills. Maybe have four grills on the floor, like a grill here, grill here, grill here, grill there, and then like refrigerators just lined up across the top for lots of storage for cooking meat and things like that. So I'm thinking I actually like that idea a lot. So I think I'm gonna keep this. I'm gonna keep this little room, and I'm just gonna expand out here and make this its own area. And we're gonna place the industrial grinder and forge and things like that out here. Yep. Just giving a little update on what I've done so far. I drop stop down right here. Wasn't nothing but some wood structures, but wood structures can be grinded down. Everything has a value, you know. Make sure y'all always remember to loot those drops. Okay, so obviously I'm gonna have to pick up my trap here. Is that a theory? Oh, dude. Oh, gotta be wary of the theory. All I've done now is just placed some walls on these pieces that I've put out. But I'm gonna go ahead and pick up my trap, and I'm gonna use this stuff to go into this house that I'm building. And just gonna keep expanding. Right, so I think I'm just gonna expand this all the way to the edge of my dino leash, which is right there. I hate that these little plants are still here. I'm gonna remove these. Okay, so now it's literally at the edge of my dino leash. So I think this is as far as I'm gonna go with it. I think once I fill all of that in, it'll be plenty of space for me to put the industrial forge and the grinder and a bunch of other stuff in here that we'll need for like crafting and whatever else. So I'm just gonna craft some more foundations and get that filled in. Alright, so this is what the space looks like now that I've walled it off completely. I'm gonna fill in the foundations here, but I have run out of wood at the moment, so I'm going to go ahead and place my grinder so I can grind down some wood structures and continue crafting. Why is it facing that way? Okay. So, decided it would be a lot smarter and easier if I were to just bring the Doedicurus over here into the building area. Well, not right there, obviously. Let's see what this looks like from an aerial view. So this is going to be a big addition to the house. And the industrial forge is pretty tall, so I'm going to have to like connect the higher walls here with like this part of the base. I think the industrial forge is like 4 walls high or something, maybe 5 or 6 actually. Not sure, but we'll see in a sec. Alright, so in the grinder now we have all of the wood and thatch structures that we own. I would say that is a big payday. There we go. Our wood has been replenished. That did not sound right. Got the floor done, and it is nighttime again, so I'm gonna put a pause on this project and go ahead and loot some supply drops. Dude, getting elevator platforms out of these supply drops is so good. When you break these things down, you get so much metal and polymer and like cementing paste. Very good. Easy way of gathering some great materials. I just got back from the supply drops, and my RG laid an egg. Now, only the females can lay eggs, obviously. This one is an unfertilized egg, which is a consumable. You can eat this, or you can use it to cook kibble, which is awesome. So I'm going to keep that to make some kibble. It does tell you in the description of the egg what type of kibble it makes. Like I said, there's 6 different kinds. It says this egg provides superior nutritional value in many cooking recipes, which means that you can make superior kibble with this egg. So, good stuff. Okay, so I'm getting ready to place the industrial forge here, and this is how tall it is. So that's about 4 walls high. We have 3 walls high back there already, but it's still a little taller than that. So 4 walls is about how tall this thing is. It takes up about 4 walls and 9 foundation spaces. So this thing would literally be like the entire size of our little 3x3 inside there. But we're gonna figure out a way to trying to figure out a way to place this to where I still have room to put other things around it, because we want to be able to. Why didn't it give me the option to like turn that and stuff? Do I have to do free placing? Anyway, I'll bring you back when I've figured this out. This is how I've got it placed. I think I'm going to push out the sides of this, these 2 sides, just one more space, because I want to leave enough space in between here to where, okay, let's see. Yeah, I'm going to push this all out one more foundation piece. So I'm going to do one more foundation piece all around, because I want it to be able to be where if I place structures nearby, it's still going to be room for like a creature to walk through. Because most likely I'm going to bring, like, say if I have this Doedicurus like loaded up with stone or whatever, I'm going to bring the creature in like through this door if I'm walking them, because this thing can easily walk through here. So like if I'm walking a creature in, I want to be able to make sure it gets through here without being stuck on things. So like if I place other structures like right here along the walls around the forge, I want it to still be like a pathway to where I can walk between everything that's there. The Doedicurus is pretty small, so that won't be a problem. But if I have like a steg in here, or like a theory that I'm like carrying wood on, you know, then it would be a problem, because they can't really fit through like a one square foundation piece. I'd need like 2 spaces. So I'm gonna increase all of this a little bit, push it out just one more. It shouldn't be too bad, I don't think. But yeah, so that's how we're gonna do it. So I'm gonna have to take down all these walls and spread this out one more. Okay, so indecisive as ever, I've actually decided I am gonna leave it the way it is. Not gonna make a change to it at all. I think the space is fine after just looking at it for a bit longer. So right now I'm just crafting some more wall pieces. I'm gonna make this area 4 walls high, and then I'm still gonna have another piece over it, like a ramp piece or roof piece or whatever. So it's actually gonna be about 5 walls high. Once all of this is done, we have completely run out of stone with our Doedicurus. Very sad. I'm gonna have to go and collect a lot more, because I'm not even anywhere near done. I still have to do like the roof and things. Back from the stone run, I've just been putting everything on the industrial grinder because, you know, it can carry a lot of slots. It's got 120 slots per items. So this is all the stone we got here. Got some wood, thatch, and we're just going to continue with the building. So this is how it's looking so far. Using the RG to get up to these higher places and put the the roof pieces on. I do have to make more walls though. Okay, so I've encountered a slight problem here. My water tanks are in the way. I can't place the wall piece. I'm gonna have to pick up my water tanks, which is not good because I'm gonna lose all the water in them. Okay, so as you can see, I have pretty much completed the structure, the building of the little house here, or the house addition. I'm just adding some additional ceiling pieces and crack two of these. I have the generator range showing as well as the water tank range showing. I did place water tanks here now. I moved them back just a little bit for that wall. And I had the range showing just so I can see just how much it covers. And it does still cover my entire house, which is awesome. So that means I will still get power around my whole house and I will get water throughout my whole house, which will be important, especially when we start doing the industrial cooker, because that thing has to be connected to a water source. And then I did still use the cellar door, the large cellar door from our trap. I just put it on the roof of our building here. So I can now, like if I'm carrying something, just bring it right into the forge. So like if I had my Anki, well, so if I had my Anki, I could still carry the Anki and say like if I just went on a huge metal run, I could still come in with the metal and I could just drop it right off in here. And that way it's still easy to get like the Anki to the forge to cook all the metal. So I'd just drop it like right there. And then, you know, I'd go from there, transfer all the metal into the forge, turn on the forge. This is what the forge looks like, by the way, when it's powered on. It has 100 slots and it cooks metal extremely fast. I don't have any metal here to show, but let's see. Nope. Oh, you know what? Duh. Alright, so I'll just demonstrate real quick with this. It cooks about 20 at a time, I believe, instead of just like one at a time like the stone forge. So I'm just gonna wait for it. And boom, there you go. So it cooks 20 at a time. You can put a lot of metal in there, unlike the regular stone forge. And yeah, this is it. So I'm just gonna close the cellar door now. Okay, there we go. So this is how it looks, and I'm just gonna have other structures placed around the forge for crafting purposes and things like that, which y'all will see at a later date. But this is what we got for now. And I like it a lot. I think it's awesome. It's connected to our greenhouse still. I don't know if I showed what it looks like from the outside, but we can show that. Well, I can't get my RG through that front door, but so here's what it looks like. It's still the same, just like an additional giant building attached to our smaller building. So yeah, there it is. Thanks for watching.